What's up, everybody? The Reds go to Turf Moor and beat Sean Dyche's Burnley by 3-0 to very much put the Champions League destiny or ambitions back in our own hands. We've a 4-goal swing over Leicester in the goal difference tally, but we still need to go and beat Crystal Palace in the last game of the season. Leicester taking on Spurs as well, so, you know, the ball's in our court. I'd go as far as to say if we pick up 3 points, we'll be in the Champions League. I think you'll probably all agree with me. It was a very good performance from the Reds today. Burnley had a go, to be fair, at the end, but Naldini, Nat Phillips, the man that is Nat, scoring at one end, clearing off the line at the other end, and we got the job done with goals from Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain as well, and Bobby Firmino to open up the scoring. It's been a pretty good evening's work for the Reds, and clean sheet is always good, and we move on to the last game of the season, and yes, you know, we've won 4 out of 4. We've one more to go. If we get the job done against Roy Hodgson's men, we're in the Champions League. And who would have thought that a few weeks ago? Certainly not this guy, this idiot. I thought we'd blown our chances. I really did. I wanted Salah to score, but he had a bad game. I want him to score as well for himself. But as things stand, it's going to be a straight shootout on the last day for the Golden Boot between himself and Kane. But most importantly, we need to not focus on that. If Mo gets a goal or two, great. We need to focus on getting the 3 points. Philip Hunt said 100% zero excuses to not get top 4. Good performance. Salah definitely needs to score so we can get the Golden Boot. Positive signs for next season. Big Nat Phillips is a god, ain't he? Said Brynjar. He is, mate. Definitely. Definitely a god now. Godlike status achieved for Nat Phillips. Great game, love the stream. Thank you, Matthew. Really appreciate it. Mr. Morris, he said the Roy Hodgson testimonial will be a walkover. I don't want to tempt fate, Brian, but I really hope so, my man. I really do. Love the stream. Thank you, buddy. Really appreciate that. Craig, the most honest red ever. Damien from Cork. How are you, Damo? Thank you very much, my man. Back to the old days, yeah. You know, Burnley are just one place above the relegation spots, but they knew they were safe. And I was nervous around this game, if I'm being honest, for a couple of reasons. One, it's Burnley away, and, you know, as Goldberg says, bloody Burnley. But yeah, the fans back inside the stadium is the part that was making me the most nervous, because, you know, Burnley would want to, you know, put on a show in front of their fans for the last game of the season, and thankfully they weren't able to, and we got the job done. And credit to the lads, because it's been a busy time for them. A lot of games in a short period of time. But I bring you back to Alisson's header the other day. I mean, what a moment. And that's the decisive moment for me. This is going to boil down to. And yes, there could be a few more twists and turns on the last day, I know. But without that Alisson header, we ain't as happy as we are right now. But of course the boys had to go out to get the job done, and they did that, and they did it magnificently well. One more game to go, people. One more game, said John Fitzgerald. Thoughts on Goncalves? That's I know I pronounced that incorrectly, Treaty United. But that's the youngster that's come in to take Bruno Fernandes' place at Sporting Lisbon, if I'm not mistaken, my man. And I won't lie and say I've watched a lot of him, but his stats certainly look good. And he seems to be filling those pretty big shoes that were left by Bruno Fernandes at Sporting Lisbon. And, you know, I trust the recruitment team, but I won't lie to you and tell you I've watched much of them. I haven't. Great team, great win, said Liz. I second that motion, Liz. RSH14 said, so happy for Chamberlain. Yeah, it was a nice moment for him, wasn't it? But again, just kind of goes to show what I said. Strike the ball on target and make the keeper make a save. And, you know, I think it's fair to say a couple of our goals weren't a million miles away from the keeper, but once they're on target, the keeper has to make a save, and he didn't twice, and we got 2 goals from it. And then, you know, nobody was saving Nat Phillips' header, in fairness. You run YouTube, Craig. I wish I did. I wish I did, Kyle. Do you know? I wish I did, my man. What leagues do I watch? I watch pretty much most of the major leagues, man. I watch German football. I watch Spanish football. I try and watch as little Italian football as I can, because it bores me to death, if I'm being honest with you. Watch some Turkish football, very little. French football, any football. I mean, if there's 2 lads in my back garden kicking it, I'm looking out the window at it. Do you know what I mean? Leicester need 5 goals if we beat Palace. Well, they need a 5-goal swing, Alex. So, and they're playing Spurs. So you would imagine if we beat Palace, we're there. We're in the Champions League. And I mean, to get out of this season with Champions League football, I've got to say I'm happy about that if we can get the job done. It's been a crazy season that's been riddled with injuries, frustration, terrible performances, tiredness, mental fatigue, some questionable transfer decisions, some frustrating substitutions, but these boys have dug very, very deep and have won 4 out of 4 and one more to go. And look, I'm going to be over the moon if we finish this season with Champions League football. It's not what we wanted. It's nothing to be absolutely celebrating about and boasting about, because we should be playing Champions League football. But it shows courage and it shows determination. And yet again, when the backs are to the wall with these boys, they answer the questions. And we've every right to be goddamn proud of them, because they are an exceptional bunch. They really are. I mean, amazing. Today, Thiago, brilliant. Nat Phillips, absolutely outstanding. Firmino, I thought, was back to his best today. Coming deep, linking up play. But Thiago, Firmino and Nat Phillips, to me, were the 3 standouts today in that performance. But, you know, to me, Nat Phillips has to get man of the match. I mean, I don't know if you guys disagree. Would love to know your thoughts in the comment section, of course, as always. Job not done yet. I know it's not. It's definitely not done, Del Boy. We've one more game to go. And I'll be the first one to admit, mate, it's not job done. But the fact that it's in our own hands, and it's really in our own hands now with the goal difference swing, you know, look, I feel for Leicester as well, because I think we all have a soft spot for Leicester City. They're a great club, lovely fans, brilliant owners, good young team, and, you know, if they miss out on Champions League football, it will be a shame. I was delighted that they won the FA Cup. You can see what it meant to the fans and to the players, and it was a great moment for them. But it will be a bit of a kick in the lee roadie for them if they don't get Champions League football. But, you know, it'll be us that gets it if they don't. So, you know, there is that. Phillips, man of the match, said Aresh. I agree with you. Nat Phillips, man of the match all day long for Jimmy Duggan. Master of Southern said man of the match, Nat Phillips. Defo, man of the match for Nat, said Andrew Shakespeare. Nat Phillips, player of the season, said Ant Will. Do I think we can pull top 3? I don't mean this to sound rude, but I don't care. I know that there's a financial incentive to finish 3rd or 4th. I get it, but just Champions League football will do me at this point, my man. And if we get 3rd, brilliant. If we don't, as long as we're in the top 4, yeah, wow. Didn't think this season was going to have a happy ending, but you know, it's all set up for Sunday. And as that gentleman pointed out a minute ago in the chat, it isn't job done. Premier League is a tough league, and this is Roy Hodgson's last game as manager of Palace, so no doubt the players are going to want to go and put in a shift for him. But I just hope that we can get the job done, and we can get Van Dijk back next season, do a bit of business this summer. And Champions League football, is there anything to be said for a bit of Mbappe if we get Champions League football? Look, I'm dreaming, I know, but Oxlade-Chamberlain came in to finish the work for Mane and Salah. Look, Lois, I don't want to knock other players. I'm happy to give the plaudits to Chamberlain for his goal, and rightly so, but everybody contributed today, whether it was Mane with the chip for Nat Phillips and the cross, or it was Mo with his tireless running, and they all put in a shift, man, and they all deserve plaudits for today. Are you leaving? Yes, I'm leaving making football content, mate, unless the abuse I receive stops pretty quick, smart. I have to do the Euros because I'm committed to do that, but the plan is after that I'll pack it in and move away from football content. But I will sit down with my family. We will try the subscriber only chat and see if that cuts it down a bit. And to be fair, tonight wasn't too bad. I was looking through the chat and it was alright. It was good, yeah. Tonight was alright. So, fingers crossed. Nat Phillips needs a statue. Jesus, we need a whole new place for statues. There'll be a lot of statues done. There he is now. Naldini having a little interview after the game. Look at him. He even looks hard, doesn't he? Do you know what I mean? The man's just a legend. Well done, boys. Thank you very much. No more sleep. And that's pretty much how I've been this week. Sticks and stones. It's not sticks and stones, mate. You know, I've explained the level it's gotten to at times. And look, each to their own. If you think I'm a pussy, fair enough. You're entitled to that opinion. Not that you called me one, by the way. I'm not trying to label you. It's something you didn't say. Is this Klopp's biggest achievement? No. I mean, I get where you're coming from, and we have had a very difficult season because of a lot of injuries, but I think getting over the line for the league title, to me, 30 years of pain, 30 years of want, 30 years of some close calls, that to me is the biggest achievement, because that was the holy grail, and to me that's amazing. Stupid Baldy, again, another dumb fuck who can't spell Baldy. Haroon, you're making a show of yourself, fella. Baldy spelled B-A-L-D-Y. Why do I have to educate everybody? You know, your stupidity. I'm not bald. One, I have a full head of hair. I just don't like having hair. I feel dirty, and my missus hates me with hair. But Haroon, mate, there's so much I could do, so much I could say to rip you apart, but I couldn't be bothered, fella. Sell Matip, keep Phillips and Kabak. I agree with the keep Kabak show, May. You know, indications, and they are only indications from what we're seeing in the media, suggests that we won't take up the option to sign Kabak. Now, I don't know if that's true or that's not true. The only thing I've been able to confirm, as I did a couple of weeks ago, was the Canade deal. We know that that's going to happen. So, you know, what happens with regards to the centre-backs that are at the club, with Phillips, with Ben Davies, who I think... I don't want to attribute these comments to the wrong person. I think... Actually, do you know what? I'll just get it on my phone. I think Connor sent me a message earlier on that James Pearce said that the plans are so far to keep Ben Davies. Yeah, so this from LFC Transfer Room said Liverpool are not looking to move Ben Davies on. Whether a bid changes that stance, time will tell. I find that very hard to believe. And I'm not saying that anyone's telling Porky's there from a journalistic point of view. I mean, of course, the club will put that out there, but I fully believe that if an offer comes in for Ben Davies, it'll be taken and he'll move on. Again, just my opinion. Sell Matip, keep Kabak and Fildini, said Sam. Was it Sam? Yeah, it was Sam W. Hope I had a good day. Mate, whenever it ends in a Liverpool win, Droxy, it's always a good day, dude. You're a legend, thank you very much. Ox is so promising, shame about the injuries. It is a real shame, Aaron, and some big decisions to be made this summer, folks, about the playing staff at the club. And you know, I'm the first one to congratulate these guys on everything they've achieved. And, you know, I spoke about Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain earlier on and how influential he was when Coutinho left and how he stepped up. But, you know, the injuries have been a thing of frustration, not just with him, but with Naby Keita, with Joel Matip as well. Some people, again, with Gomez, are frustrated about his injury record. But, you know, I think when it comes to the summer, we need to be ruthless. We need to put sentiment out of the decisions, and we need to secure the next 3, 4, 5 years. Whoever gives you hate, they should be ashamed. You're an amazing man. Thank you. I'm just me, Ben. As I've always said, that's all I ever will be. Just me. It's Burnley, mate. And what? And what, dickhead? This is, again, another opposition dickhead fan coming in saying, it's Burnley, mate. You're missing the bigger picture here, pal. Yeah, it's Burnley. And yeah, we only beat Burnley. But if you wouldn't celebrate your team coming from nowhere, scoring a last-minute winner with your keeper, and getting it into your own hands on the last day of the season, then you just don't get football, pal. So I don't care what you think. You're not going to change my mood. You can say it's only Burnley. It's only your fucking opinion. And I don't care what you have to say. I'm delighted for these boys. I'm delighted for our fans. I'm delighted for the manager. I'm delighted for the staff. I'm delighted for all the graft and effort and hard work that they've put in this season to be able to scrape it back. And whoever you support, mate, and I'm having a little guess, it's a particular club from Manchester, but whoever you support, enjoy it, because we'll be finishing above you next season. We'll be back roaring and ready to go. And again, ladies and gentlemen, if you want to see some more clips of Anfield Agenda and not the longer clips, we do little shorter clips. We have another channel as well called Anfield Agenda Extra that Connor puts up 2, 3, maybe 1 minute clips at times as well. There is a link at the top of the live chat right now to subscribe to Anfield Agenda Extra, which will give you much shorter clips than the main channel will. And again, if that's your thing, we're trying to cater to everybody's taste because we know some people don't have a lot of time and like shorter content. Anfield Agenda Extra will get you covered on that one. Great job, mate. Hope you have an excellent day. Talk to you soon. Thank you. Thoughts on Ginter? I had seen a link to him pop up again today, Si, but I don't really have much thoughts on Ginter, to be honest. Next season we'll be back stronger, and I firmly believe that. And I think deep down, most opposition fans believe it. Excuse me, bit of a hiccup. Next season's going to be difficult. You're going to have Manchester City, who'll bring in probably a centre forward at least. You'll have Manchester United, who are going to look to add a few quality additions to their players as well. We'll have Chelsea, who look like they'll probably bring in a centre forward as well, and already have a very good young team there. So it's going to be difficult, but that's the Premier League. It's one of the most competitive leagues in the world, and I think we will be a lot closer to the top spot than we are this season. But, as I said, I know it's only Burnley, and I get opposition fans saying that, but I'm just delighted that we've put it back in our own hands, and surely people understand that. What have we got? Come on, Villa and Spurs, said Abdullah. Craig, please reply to me. I just did. I hope that you're well. Virgil and Canade will destroy all these centre forwards. I mean, it is a very delicious combination, I have to say. I'm definitely not the best person to ever grace this earth. Trust me, I have my moments where I'm an arsehole as well. Burnley are a tough side, said Baseface in Space. They're Burnley. They're a Burnley. They are difficult, and they can be tough to break down at times. Should Chamberlain start more? I mean, I can see, yes and no. It depends what we need from each game. So sometimes we need players to be more direct and run like Chamberlain can do. And, freed himself up, got himself a nice little goal there as well today, which was brilliant. But he needs to, and again, this isn't a choice he's making, but hopefully he can stay fit. Shrimp said, I found this channel when my father had just died and I'd no one to watch games with, and I've loved it ever since. Thanks for everything. It's a beautiful thing to say, but I'm so sorry that your father passed away, Shrimp. And look, you'll always have a family here, my man, and it's great to have you with us. And I'm so sorry for your loss. But if you found any comfort in the channel, man, and you've had a bit of fun, then that's great. But I sincerely apologise for the loss of your father, mate. Sincere condolences. Prediction for Spurs versus Leicester on Sunday, said Harry. It's tough, isn't it? It's a tough one to call because both teams have something to play for. Both teams might be a bit edgy. And Leicester have no choice but to go... Well, no, they do have a choice. I mean, they could, I suppose, try and just eke out a win and hope we drop points. I was going to say they have to go on the attack, but if we're winning, then they'll have to open up because there's no point in them winning the game 2-0 if we're winning 2-0. Do you know what I mean? They have to go for it, and that could lead to anything. So we'll wait and see what happens on the last game of the season, but it's in our own hands, which is great. And again, some lovely this is why I love our community so much. This is why I love our chat. Look at all the people there who are just showing love to Shrimp, which is why I'm so humbled and privileged to have the community we have, because people genuinely care for each other, and it's lovely to see. And beautiful from all of you yet again. Your class acts. Again, just seeing the chat, you guys are amazing. I mean, the love you show each other, top people. Give yourselves a round of applause and a pat on the back. No offence intended by the Sticks and Stones comment. None taken, D-Mac. It's deeper than that, buddy, but I get where you're coming from. Look at this. You guys are brilliant. Look at the love you're showing, Shrimp. Top people, all of you. Brilliant. Look, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to go off, and I don't know what I'm going to do tonight, but I'm going to be happy, I'm going to smile, I'm going to celebrate the win. I will see you guys tomorrow for a late night agenda at 8:30 as always. I I don't know what else to say other than it's in our own hands. It's been another pleasure watching the game with you all. Wherever you're watching in the world, I hope you're safe. I hope you're happy. Lots of love to all of you. Hit that subscribe button before you head off. Drop a like on the video. And make sure you've got your notifications turned on, because there's lots of stuff coming up on the channel. A best of the season compilation. We'll be dropping out some other videos as well. So yeah, the highlights are up as well for the watch along, which Connor's got done up already. So go and watch them on the channel. Thank you to Connor for getting that up so quickly. Thoughts are with you, Shrimp. We've all been through it. At Harry Morgan, top man. Look, ladies and gentlemen, I will chat to you tomorrow, 8:30, late night agenda. Lots of love to you all. Take care. Enjoy tonight. Lots of